Ladies and gentlemen, after much ado about nothing, we're finally here. My name is Raphael Hotfish Bine. I'm joined by Jacob Delta Rosard. We watched some okay League of Legends last night, but today we get to watch some even better League of Legends with the third week of the New York University Student Championship.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Very excited. Glad to be back here for week 3. Another exciting matchup. They all are. You never know what's going to happen in intramurals, especially for video games. You know, it can be kind of anything. So, yeah, I think it should be good. There's some players to watch here. One Diamond,
Yeah.
a Wild Terry top lane. It looks like he's a Camille one trick. We'll see if he gets to play it. Hope so. We're going to jump right into draft here. And I believe really quickly it is Team NYUWU is going to be on blue side. And the Talon, I don't know, they have Talon and some other words in their name.
Talon,
I don't know.
4CC.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we're
They're on
going
red
to call
side.
them NYUWU and NYU Talon.
Yeah.
NYU Talon sounds like.
It's like PSG Talon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except
It's cooler.
well, actually, yeah. I mean, neither of them. Wait, hold on. Did PSG Talon make it to group stage? They
Yeah,
played
they
it.
did. They did.
All right, so
So the Kane ban on red side, they have a Kane top lane one trick on blue side.
Yep.
So they're going to take that away. Rengar, Jax, Zed, sure. All bans that I'm sure make lots of sense to the people calling them. I can't say I know anything about why, but
I mean, I
But
never
yeah.
really get upset to see a Jax ban in solo queue.
yeah, I think Jax is really good, especially in a meta right now where you want to spend a lot of time split pushing, I think. And Lulu ban. And it's going to be the login
Let's go.
V1 Camille. So that is going to be the top lane Camille for a Wild Terry, I believe. I think his name might be something different in this game. We'll see where that ends up going. Might be full of blue. We'll find out.
I'm pretty sad to see the Lulu ban.
Yeah,
You know?
one of your favorite champions. Your favorite champion? Just straight
Yeah,
up?
literally, yeah. I mean, what's interesting is that I think my second favorite also got banned, Fizz. So
Okay, gotcha. Well, I know you like Camille too.
yeah, I do like Camille. We're gonna get to watch some wonderful Camille getting picked up over here on the red side. The Volley Bear, and now a Nunu.
Interesting. Volleybear, I think, is traditionally pretty good into Camille. That tends to be a thing we see in pro play is the Volleybear match for the Camille.
Ooh.
Okay, so a Scion here. Maybe support Scion? Is that a thing still?
Jungle
Is that a
Scion?
Scion? 80 carry Scion?
Eight-
Why not? It's 2020. There are no
Mid lane.
rules.
No, mid lane Scion's the best one
AP
because you
mid
don't.
lane.
No, mid lane Scion you don't have to turn.
Oh,
You
it's
can just
true.
go all the way.
Yeah, when you're playing Scion, you want to pick the lane with the least angles.
Yep.
And it will not be mid lane Scion because Orianna can only go one place.
That's
It will
true.
be mid lane Orianna. Putting ball on Camille and Scion here, really good. So I think that's very good from blue side. I would like to see some sort of counter peel here for red side. Maybe a,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe a flash.
Yeah.
I think Jin's fine, actually. 80
Well, but, I mean,
carries
but
all
Jin
go
digs
ahead.
you a little bit more into that hole of needing peel, right?
It's true, but I think in some ways right now all the 80 carries do. So you're kind of okay just like sacrificing that mobility and
For
looking
the-
for something like maybe a Thresh here.
For the first round of ban, for the second round of bans here on the red side, we start off with a Misfortune ban.
Yeah, Misfortune's really good into Jin, just because she has a lot of early game power and can punish Jin for standing back by using her double shot to get through minion waves. So that's something we see quite a bit of. But yeah, Nautilus band here on blue side, and we'll see what the
Do you
final
remember
ban
the
is
day
for
of the year
red.
when the only things that got played were Nautilus and Leona? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
you played a lot of them, and I played a lot of 80 carry.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, we played a lot of Misfortune. Over here on red side, their second ban for the second round is going to be Soraka.
That's interesting because I feel like this probably has to be, well, not necessarily. I guess it doesn't have to be science support. It could be jungle. You're right, but I think burning a support ban here maybe isn't quite worth it. Karma's the final ban on blue side. I'm guessing that's something again they've scouted. So we'll see now. It's going to be we're looking for support in mid on red side. We'll see what they decide to pick up.
Would you
here.
rather? Oh well,
Well,
I feel like we could have seen this coming.
Yeah.
It-
I think there might have been a hint in the
was,
name.
Yeah, was there any indication?
And
Perhaps.
I know there was some pregame trash. Oh, it gets last
Ooh.
minute push to the Diana.
Ooh,
Okay, so
cast a curse.
there was some pregame commentary in the chat about
yes,
the
yes.
Talon pick. They
Sure.
were both trying to goad each other into picking the Talon. So looks like they were sort of just having fun with that. However, Caitlyn Morgana picked up here, so it is going to be Jungle Scion.
Sure.
Caitlyn Morgana is, I think, pretty good here. Jin doesn't really care a lot about what either of us
And there
doing.
you see
Thresh,
the
disengage.
Thresh.
Yep, that's what I would have hoped to see, so that looks good. So this bot lane matchup should be interesting. Both fairly proactive champions who like to do things early. Morgana does have some protection against the Thresh. Picking Thresh into Morgana feels kind of bad, but I do think they needed the disengage from it.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens down there. Obviously, the Camille, the comfort pick Camille for their diamond top laner. We'll see how that goes. So who do you think won draft here? I mean, it's been a couple of interesting team
Well,
calls.
let's just run down it really quickly. For the side of NYUWU, we have Camille in the top lane, Sion heading into the jungle, and Orianna running it down mid, and a Caitlyn Morgana down the bot lane. Over for the side of NYU Talon, we have a Volibear, a Nunu, and Willip, Diana, Jin, and Thresh. I'll pose it back to you. What do you think kind of the outlines are for each of these teams? What are each of these compositions trying to accomplish?
So the mid to late game pressure here on blue side with the Camille, Orianna. Caitlyn actually surprisingly good late because sometimes she just crits you for 2,000.
Yeah, she's really strong at 2 and then 3 and then at 6.
Yeah, I don't know
somehow,
why.
yeah.
It's referred to a lot as a power trough in between 3 and 6.
Yeah.
But if they can utilize those spikes with the Camille item timings as well, when that Camille starts to get, it's usually Trinity Force plus Tiamat, right, is the timing. They can get that with like a 2-item Caitlyn going with the Orianna. There's a lot of damage there, a lot of team fighting ability. On the other side, Nunu, if Nunu can get tanky enough, I think that there's an option for them to just have so much front line. This Jin can stand back and just auto for free. However, they do need to be very careful about the disengage, and I think that's where the Thresh comes into play. It'll be interesting to see how blue side can utilize the Morgana to counteract some of that CC. And I think it really relies on them keeping the Jin alive, keeping the Jin healthy, and allowing him to do damage from the backline.
At the end of this day, who do you have?
It's close. It's really close. I think the blue side's better. NYUWU, a little bit better draft. I just think they're a little bit more cohesive about when they want to be fighting. Nunu plus Jin plus Diana, it's all a little bit over the place, a little bit of pick, a little bit of team fight. So maybe less cohesive, but I think it's going to be pretty close.
Well, I think part of what lends to their side as well is that, in a little bit more of a scrimmy, ragtag sort of fight. Yeah. They picked up a composition that I think seems to favor that a little bit, and also
they do have some good pick.
Look,
as well.
If all goes to hell in a handbasket in solo queue, if you've got a Camille that knows how to hold her own, come the end of the game, she'll just literally just win the game.
Yeah, I mean, red side's on a clock, right? Yeah. Against Camille, you're always on a clock, and I think they need to really utilize that pick potential and get the Jin into a position where he has 2 or 3 items, and the tanky front line is able to keep him healthy, get those fourth shots off, and really do some damage to the dive potential of blue side.
Well, here. I mean, something that worries me is that we have. I mean, as far as tempo junglers go, right? Nunu creates incredible tempo. His early clears are very safe. They're decently fast, and they leave him with a ton of gank opportunities. Whereas Sion,
kind of the opposite of all three of those.
Not
very safe, pretty slow.
Well, I mean,
my understanding is he takes a fair bit of damage first clear.
First clear. Yeah, he takes. Where I think Nunu basically just finishes on full health.
Yeah, I think quite literally.
Yeah, that to me that's the major worry that I have about blue side.
Well, I think it'll be interesting to see how the jungle pressure factors in. Do they put Camille on an island, or do they try to snowball the Camille top? Like, those are both viable options here. I think. The Camille Volibear matchup can sometimes just be a handshake for the first 20 minutes of the game where they both decide to just farm. The interesting thing about that is Volibear doesn't have a choice but to push with his passive.
Sure.
So sometimes Camille ends up coming out of laning phase with like 40 farm extra, and then the game's over. So it'll be interesting to see if they focus top side or this like very proactive bot side matchup, which also needs some attention probably. There's a lot to look for. The junglers are going to be busy.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the key of this game is where the junglers end up.
Well, so a question about the junglers, specifically the Sion. I know you've been in big trouble in fantasy football. You need a running back last I checked, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah, you pick up Sion?
Yep.
Yeah?
Press R.
Okay, yeah. Would you be willing to make some trades for Sion?
Look, if I can put Sion on my fantasy football team, I'll trade everyone I have. Yeah. Just because how do you ever... He's literally unstoppable.
He's an unstoppable force. Yeah. Do you think you can get a...
The question is, does the other team have any immovable objects?
That's really the
question.
Excellent question.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
3 minutes of caster delay. Woo!
Look, I mean,
a lot.
Well, the next thing I was going to talk to you about is, last night we were messing around in the new 2K Sports Geeks, and I was really thinking, How fast do you think you could, in the manager mode on any team, how long do you think it would take to trade for LeBron if you were just,
in real time?
Yeah, if you were just, really, really going at it. If you just sat there and, tried to solve the game.
Depends on the team. 15 minutes, probably.
15 minutes? Okay.
I've spent a lot of time breaking trades in 2K.
Yeah, you think that could be your
So one other thing.
Any percent?
About League.
Sorry.
I have the any percent.
Back to League of
LeBron.
Legends.
Right.
Back to League of Legends.
Attempted by one person, and he failed. That would be me.
Yes.
Hasn't succeeded, the only person to attempt it. Back to League of Legends.
Unfortunately.
There was a few games last night.
There were. It didn't feel... I felt like we played 3 games.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I called Damwon at the beginning of the tournament. I have them winning the whole thing. Damwon looks really, really good. Canyon's on another planet.
Do you think this game is going to last longer than Game 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact is,
that's
pro teams can finish games quicker than non-pro teams. That's just how it works.
Okay, so
all right,
we have Talon starting. Oh,
we do not, in fact, have a game to cast.
No. This is how it goes. This is League of Legends in its purest form. This is what casters live for.
Yes.
Since I was a little boy, I dreamed of casting important games that immediately start with pauses.
Well, we have one of those too, and it's the pause part. This game's important. This game's really important.
I'm much more excited for this game than I was for Game 4 last night.
Well, Game 4 last night. All right, we're going to go back to that. Fastest game in World's history.
Yep.
G2 decided that they had a flight to catch. Prices were cheaper, sort of thing.
Yep.
No, I mean, in all fairness, shout out. G2's made semifinals, finals, semifinals.
Yep.
Really good. It's unfortunate. I know we were rooting for them. We like G2, but
we do.
They did put up a good fight in Worlds. Damwon is just on another planet right now.
Yeah.
Really excited. I obviously expect Top to win that matchup with Suning. I think either way, though.
I mean, that's going to be a banger of the finals.
Yeah, any way you slice it, though. I think even, in the universe where Suning beats Top, which is not necessarily a lot of them, but is one, that's a banger, too.
I mean, I think we're about to have a rude awakening of why Top has been the tournament favorite.
I think that's probably fair.
But that being said, I think it's going to be exciting no matter what. But
yeah.
The thing that I just noticed was that Canyon's just unfair.
Canyon's having. I mean, he's player of the tournament right now. I don't think anyone would dispute it.
I agree.
We're back in game. Okay, we have other things to talk about. Let's go.
Okay, so. We had a stutter there. All right, so it looks like for a moment there, Talon decided that they might want to test a little bit of an invade, but they decide, we're just going to the other side. Lands the hook immediately, Jin into the snare, and that's just it. Looks like there's a bit of a rogue flash there from Diana to maybe confirm a kill that wasn't quite necessary. Can Talon follow this up? The Morgana snare says, no, my hitbox is the size of a mountain and lasts longer than... Pick something. Another thresh hook lands again.
Wow.
Into the Jin snare. I don't know if they're going to be able to follow up off of this
flash.
one. Oh my God.
Are they going to get a kill back here? They are. Sion's going to die, though, for it.
So that ends up being a 2-for-1, at least for now.
Looks like it is going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Talon.
However, you want to look at the scoreboard real fast for me?
Yeah, both kills on Diana. That's tough. That's already a lot of gold.
Yep.
For that Diana, that's a lot actually. So this mid lane matchup, which previously I would have said is actually probably pretty even, is suddenly a lot less so once Diana actually completes this back.
Sure.
Crucially here, let's look at summoner spells real quick. 1 extra TP on the side of NYUWU. They have an extra teleport on this Orianna. On the Orianna. Cleanse out for Jin. That's pretty standard. I think it's really good here. Everything looks pretty standard to me as far as keystones.
Looks as though we saw
but a fight happening now in mid lane.
Looks like it was just a bit of a trade, and they decided to back off. And up to the top lane again, another little trade, and once again just a back off. Looks like there's an errant ignite burned in mid lane for the side of Talon.
I think that was part of that level 1. Was that ignite being burned?
It's certainly worth it, but I mean, if you're Orianna laning here and you need to be worried about that ignite.
It's true. It does give her a little bit more safety here, but still, once this Diana completes the first back, it's going to be hard. So I would like to see Orianna try and maybe pressure a little bit here early game, get some extra damage down onto the Diana, maybe get some extra minions, but we'll see how that goes. This is what I was talking about too.
Yeah.
The Volibear has no choice but to push into Camille.
Yep.
So Camille's just going to farm up this wave. Down 10 CS now. Won't be in a minute here.
Well, I mean, the thing that helps with Volibear's, tendency to only be able to push, despite the fact that, he has to push the lane in, so he can sometimes be in disadvantageous positions. The thing that helps him is that Riot is just completely unwilling to adjust the numbers on his kit, so he's fine.
That's true.
Something 200 years, I think, is what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, maybe like 120 of them. All right, so Scion's bot lane. Nothing going to be found here, but a flash burn from the side of Thresh. So that's a big summoner spell down. Both flashes are down now for both bottom laners on each side. So maybe another gank forthcoming here in bot lane as the Diana dives in on the Orianna. Orianna's going to be okay with the ball shield, but still, that Diana is already doing a lot of damage.
She's certainly doing her best. Went for a nice little back here. Picked up herself a dark. Oh, I need to slow down here for a second. This Orianna burns the flash and manages to get back out, but the Scion has arrived. I don't know if he's going to be able to close the distance. The flash is still available. Good patience, and manages to make it out up in the top lane. It appears that still nothing is happening, and now this is a 3-0 Diana with now an XP lead, a gold lead, and a Dark Seal stack lead.
Well, the Dark Seal stack's actually, yes, very relevant. We see already 1,000 gold difference in the mid lane.
Wow.
Which is a lot of that's a lot.
Diana's shout out, Steve. Here. Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you, Steve. Big shout out to Steve, our production guy. He's awesome.
Our production champion.
Follow him on Twitter if he has a Twitter handle that I don't know about. He can put it up on screen because he does production. So yeah, 3-0 on the Diana here. Orianna just needs to play super safe.
And up in the top lane, we have a Camille getting bodied, but
for now. That's the thing.
For now.
This Camille's fine. Down 10 CS already. Another hook. Oh,
wow.
Big hook here.
Phenomenal Thresh play here. Lands a chain of CC, and that Morgana is bye-bye. Back to the death realm with Yi. Time to check your Twitter.
Yep. Black Shield doesn't do anything against auto attacks. So she's going to go down there. Ignite also ticking through. Now we see this Camille already a little bit. Once you get a couple more levels in some of those abilities, able to trade back a little bit more with that healing on W. So we'll see how that goes in the top lane. Big farm lead for the Volibear, but we'll see how that goes going forward. Going back to the jungle, they're even actually on camps. 1-1 on the Scion, 0-2 on the Nunu. So they're probably going to be close to even on gold here, I would say. First item, Bombing Cinder on the Scion. As far as I know, that's pretty standard. He will be quite tanky very quickly. Ooh, wow, a lot of damage down. That is the ultimate burns on the side of Diana. So
I believe this is going to force a recall out of the Orianna in a moment. However, Scion is here. Manages to just relieve some pressure, give the Orianna some breathing room. And up in the top lane, we still have some pool noodles whacking against each other. But the Camille pool noodle is doing far more. But the Volibear decides to turn back on. The ult gets blown, and Camille just has to walk away. She is out of mana.
Out of mana there, but Camille dodged all of the damage from the Volibear ult with hers as Scion's back mid lane. Shockwave here.
Shockwave gets used, but the Diana goes back in. Barely misses it. Oh, the Ignite confirms it. Uses the Triumph to get some health back. Is managing to make it out. The root lands.
Does get the kill.
And Scion does manage to finish it. But I think he's going to get traded out.
I would think so. Looks like they're going to try and give it to the Volibear. Be careful, though, with remember the Scion passive here, too? Could be a little sketchy. Okay, they do get the kill onto the Volibear. Scion's just going to try and take the Scuttle Crab. I don't think it's going to go super well. And that is a dead Scion. Another kill over to the red side here on Talon. 4-1 on that Diana already. Kill over on the Volibear. And Camille not really able to do a whole lot at this point in the game. Not any teleports available yet for
another phenomenal hook. Hook gets landed, forces the flash out of the Morgana, but the trade kept going for a little bit there. They just retreat under tower and go on with their day.
Yep. Again, flash on cooldown for Morgana there. That's kind of rough. Another hook just misses. So what I was saying about the Camille, down 20 farm here, and this is not going to get any easier. That's a Sheen now on Volibear. So both Camille and Orianna having to play these really passive roles and not able to really exert any influence on the map. So I would really like to see Scion make a move towards bot here. It's the most even of the lanes so far, and hopefully get Caitlyn a little bit ahead as wow.
It
Q misses from Diana there.
and decides to go in anyways, but it looks like he's disengaging now for the moment.
Yeah, isn't able to get the reset on the dash there, but
the NYUWU is here with the boulder. The hook lands into that initiation ended up going the exact opposite direction of what Talon was looking for, unfortunately. Up in the top lane, looks like, we were about to have a trade, and then Camille decides she's just going to go for a stroll.
Yeah, really good timing from this Scion jungle. 4-2 now on the Scion jungle. Was there just in time to save the Morgana, and did trade 2 kills back over on the side.
Looks like a phenomenal initiation to begin with, too.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to get punished. It looked like Talon was going to win that, but Scion managed to turn it around there, which was really, really good because they needed those 2 kills.
Absolutely.
Well, all right. I think we can take a breath now.
Yeah, we can.
This has been a little erratic. It's been a little weird this first few minutes.
This is the joy of getting to cast wonderful League of Legends games.
Orianna keeping even in farm in mid lane. That's one thing at least. Another hook.
Ooh. All right, do you know what? That's a flash for flash.
It's true.
Yeah, and
flash on AD carry is better on flash on support.
That is true. Yes, I agree. I mean, I think I would rather have a Soraka flash than an Ezreal flash, but
Okay, well, in this specific scenario,
yes, that is correct.
Flash,
NYUWU up in the top lane, rolling in the boulder, trying to get in onto the Camille. It lands. The Volibear ult is up.
Hextech ultimatum though.
Hextech ultimatum.
Very good.
Gets used. The NYUWU cancels a bunch of autos, manages to make it in anyways, but the Camille uses the W and manages to turn out. Back in the mid lane, we have chaos all over the map. Scion takes a turret shot and nothing happens. Now the Volibear continuing chase and manages to not get the kill just yet.
And there's a blast cone.
My God. To safety. Oh no, what a disaster.
And Thresh, I think, is gonna no mana on Orianna. Orianna doesn't have any mana. Okay,
Diana here coming in.
Turret shot is going to take down Scion. That's a trade back. A shutdown on Diana. Okay, so great diamond top lane presence there from the Camille. Baited the NYUWU over the wall and able to get that kill without Volibear participating. Really great job from the Camille and was able to get out somehow, some way.
I mean, I thought that was absolutely in the bag.
I don't know how that happened. That was amazingly well played from Full of Blue here. Diana now picked up another big chunk of gold on that Scion shutdown. 5-1 now. A lot of gold in that Diana's pocket, as we see here.
A lot of
2,000 gold on this Orianna. Most gold in the game by a healthy margin. Scion, though, getting pretty tanky already.
There's something I would like to quickly draw attention to, though, and that is that Camille is really getting bullied.
Yeah, Camille already is
rough. Hook lands once again. Black Shield is nowhere to be found. CC into CC, pops the stopwatch for just a moment, but Jin says 1, 2, 3, 4, right click, you are no more.
Yeah.
Picks up his first kill of the game.
Yep, good job from Jin there. Golden for the Morgana, but it wasn't nearly enough. Camille, 73-39 in farm, and that is
no
really
bueno.
rough.
And this bear is a nuisance. No Winnie the Pooh up there.
Well, Scion is here. He has the Cinder Hulk enchantment completed. They don't know he's here. They're going to push into this tower. Orianna's on the way with Shockwave. Here comes the Scion.
This is bad news. The Thresh is already gone. Flashes to avoid the Scion Q, and Jin is running for the hills. He's just going to have to move on with his day. Oh, my God. And up in the top lane, we are low on HP bars here, but Volibear just keeps chase.
Wow, yep, is going to get him there.
Getting the proc before the Camille was able to get her shield up. Rough.
Well, we've talked about Camille being able to scale into this late game and carry, but you need to be able to get any kind of gold to do that. And right now, this Camille is starved.
You cannot scale into the late game if there is not a late game.
Luckily, buoyed by this Scion, Caitlyn picking up a big kill there. So far kind of even. Looks like there's going to be a sort of awkward contester on the Dragon Pit. Here comes Diana, though. Lots of kills on this Diana. Ult in for the Volibear. That's a great ult from the Volibear. Does get traded over to Diana. Volley does go down 2 for 2 so far. Here comes the Jin, though, on the back end. Jin coming in. No mana on Jin, but is able to auto the Scion. Here comes Camille with the Hextech ultimatum on the Jin. Is going to get that kill. Triple kill for Camille. Camille's going to push forward. NYUWU, the only remaining member. It's a 4-for-1 for the side of NYUWU, and they're going to go look to pick up this dragon.
And that was nearly a 5-for-1. So much from the side of NYU Talon. They're doing their best to make an effort to even cause a dent in that fight, but so many abilities were getting blown, and it felt like for the team that at the outset of that fight was up, 3,000, 4,000 gold? it looked like they weren't even there. Somehow this Camille that is down, eons of CS
suddenly, even with volley,
popped off.
even gold with volley now.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's unbelievable.
That is huge for this blue side squad. Also, I'd like to just point out the spacing in that team fight. We had the Diana flank. Orianna Shockwave completely negated any damage Diana was going to do. Great job there. The Scion was able to get a couple of key knockups. Caitlyn just stood back and autoed, and Camille did the rest. So really great spacing.
Honestly, textbook.
Yeah, great spacing from NYU there. We're able to even up this game, and it is now really close. About 1,000 gold on the side of NYU Talon, but much more even than it was a minute ago.
I'm unsure if Volibear knows that the gold now is even. Camille backing off for just a second here, draws into the bush, and oh no, that's a Nunu. Bye, Camille, at least.
Right?
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get duped a second
time. I don't trust them at this point. Camille has had a couple good escapes, but they will get that kill over on the Nunu now. Nunu is actually doing a fairly good job of staying even with this Scion. He's definitely down some gold, but in items as far as tankiness goes, this Nunu is doing just fine. And so that's a good job on the side of Blue Penguin.
Absolutely.
Appropriately named, I would feel.
Well, something that could be a bit of an issue, right, is it's certainly we had a CC spell land down there in the bot lane, but there's also excitement up in the top lane, at least here for a moment. We have a dive that looks a little bit botched so far. They're trying to make it back, and
we'll get the Scion there. And
nice and easy. The curtain call opens up downstairs, and that's just a double kill that we missed.
Yeah, just too much action to follow all around. Double kill for the Jhin. Got a couple of great curtain call shots off there. I believe Thresh actually picked up one of them even. So maybe a 1-1 there. But looks like they're going to get some damage down onto this turret. And suddenly, it's a 5k gold lead again for Talon. So they've swung it all the way back in the other direction. And looking to pressure this bot lane tower. Will be the second tower of the game, actually, as they've gotten mid lane tower already. Nasher's Tooth, Zanya's Hourglass, Sorcerer's Shoes, 15 minutes. This Diana is massive.
Well, and what is so terrifying about being on NYUWU this game is the champions you are playing match up quite poorly into Diana.
Yeah, Diana's very good at getting onto these Orianna, Caitlyn sort of champions.
Yes.
Will do a lot of damage to that backline. Would look for Camille to maybe get some stuns out.
And honestly, before Camille starts to build up her bruiser items, she can just get completely deleted.
Yeah, she's surprisingly squishy early game.
Yeah.
Looks like a fight here. Does miss the stun. Hextech Ultimatum does come down, though.
Scion misses the Q. Volibear trying to trade back here, but it looks like it's futile. Camille does have to blow the flash, and maybe it's not so futile. Flashes into the stun and manages to trade it out, and now Diana is here to finish it. This is just going to get flipped on its head. This started out looking kind of okay, and now this is another disaster for NYUWU. Oh, no.
Yeah, so actually something I just realized, and this is a mistake by your color commentator, truly, is I switched them somehow. So the Diamond 2 player is actually this Volibear.
Okay.
So the Camille, though, doing okay, holding her own. We talked about the CS deficit, but that right there was a great understanding of how much damage he has on this Volibear and how to play that fight, turn that fight completely around. And now we're looking at, let's see if I can do math, 7-ish thousand gold in the pocket of NYU Talon, as Camille's going to try to hold this turret. Not really sure if she's going to be able to. 1,500 again. Oh, here comes Scion.
Oh, Scion doing his best.
Shockwave misses, though.
Shockwave goes wide. Volley blows the ult just to get out and get some space. Looks like they've been trying to disengage. Oh, no. Diana goes in, and that is a very, very dead Orianna. Curtain call opens up, and bye-bye Camille, at least for the moment. Volibear re-engages over onto that angle, and over on the other side, we have Diana doing her very best. The Moon Goddess putting in work. Follows into the base. Nunu gets blown and pops the Zanyas, but that's that. She has no way of getting out.
Yep, nothing there. Caitlyn does get the trade back with the shutdown. That is, I guess, a small glimmer of hope here. But Caitlyn's dead.
Oh, goodbye. Boy. All right. Well, honestly, Thresh. That's actually it may look like nothing, but it's hard to have the discipline to not do any right clicking that.
Yeah, you steal that kill on accident a lot. This Thresh has been playing.
No. He got Morgana ulted under tower.
Oh, sure. So you mean from an aggro?
If you draw aggro, you just
absolutely.
Die. Yeah,
absolutely.
But it's like you're talking about just a moment. We made that little clerical error as to who's the diamond player, but the reason that we made that clerical error is that Well, a Wild Terry, at least on this account,
is a Camille one trick. And so,
Yes.
yeah, so they insta-locked the Camille. I was like, obviously that's the Camille one trick. Turns out, no, they stole it away from the Camille one trick. And he picked a Volibear into it and has been playing very well in this volley.
Well, and you can see, having
Understands
played
the
the
matchup.
other side of the
Yeah.
matchup enough,
Really understands.
really gets it.
All right. Well, a little reset here. Second Dragon for NYU Talon. I don't think Soul's going to play a huge part.
No.
Diana's just going to one-shot Oriana, essentially. And that's it. That's that fight.
Yeah.
Volibear's here for the Scion.
I could have sworn there were two champions in Midland
Yep.
a moment ago. Well, up in top lane, there are two champions, but one of them is a very
Wow.
large bear, and the other is a very dead Scion. Oh, and now there's a Camille. She wants some action as well. Blows the Hex Tech ultimatum. Diana is here as well,
my
and
gosh.
Diana says, no, thank you. And Wild Terry and Saren.
Yep. So Diana was in the base, not her base for the record, and
yeah.
ran through 2 turrets to get to that
Sure.
fight. Took, as
Sure.
far as I can tell, about 6 turret shots and then got the kill. So I don't know what happened, but
Real
Diana,
life.
Diana has 10 kills now and also a 15-stack Mage Eyes.
I love that item.
Yeah.
I love Mage.
Bring back Sword of the Divine. Not that. That's not what that item was called.
What
What was that item called? No one ever bought it. I don't know what that item's called. Anyway, Oriana, Shockwave here on the Jhin, though.
Shockwaves lands,
Lantern away.
but as it turns out, right-clicking twice is actually better than Oriana ult. So at this present juncture, it didn't yield a whole lot, but top lane tower does fall. Okay, thank you, Steve. It is called Sword of the Occult,
That's what that item was
and
called.
we have the Occult Jungler Scion trying to make some pressure here. Diana just decides to get out using the E, and we have this Volibear just causing so much chaos.
Hook on the Caitlyn on this backside of the fight on the right side. Isn't able to get it.
Scion gets caught, and Scion is dead. The Thresh here about to have death sentence, but you know what? Decides, I'm just going to auto. Flashes,
wow.
gets the flay. The Diana E lands, and now...
Wow. I thought that ult was going to come down and get some stuns there. I think that shocked both of us. They just killed the Morgana before that ult came down.
Yeah, that's just gone.
So that's a 4 for 0 for the side of Talon. They're going to push into the base. I think they're going to try to end it right here. This Volibear is unkillable. He has ult up still, can take those tower shots out of the equation.
Delta, if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate you pulling out your handy-dandy TI-28 really fast and doing some math for me. What is 43 minus 30?
13.
Oh, so 13,000 gold
Yep.
lead. The Thresh falls here at the end, and you know what? NYU Talon decides, let's have some more fun.
I'm guessing
They
they're
pull out
just,
for
yeah,
a
so they can
moment.
just go here, take Baron. They can do whatever
They
they want.
can do whatever they
Yeah,
want.
it's really, they have a ton of gold here. This Volibear is massive. He is, right now he has a Trinity Force and a Hammer. I have a feeling he's going to have a heck of a lot more than that when he goes to the shop, visits Boris.
Yep.
Diana, 25 stack Mage Eyes.
He might be doing some dancing.
Yes.
Might have his little bear shoes on.
Okay.
Dance dance?
I see what you
Dancing
mean.
shoes? Okay.
That was a
an
stretch.
L. That's fine.
That
That's
was
okay.
a stretch.
Well, the Morgana Dark Binding just misses. I've never said that before. I'll never say it again. I'm going to revel in getting to say it. I'm going to say it once again, folks. I'm going to lean really close. The Morgana Dark Binding just misses.
I don't believe you.
Well,
I don't think you can prove it. Speaking of Death Dance, an entire Death Dance has been picked up for Volibear.
That's
And
so crazy.
Yeah, he has an entire item. Shockwave here on the Thresh isn't going to be able to follow it up, though. They just don't have the damage. They're too tanky on the side of Talon. Scion here looking for the Thresh. Well, okay, so they're maybe going to kill the support, looking for this Thresh kill, are going to get it
Thresh
over to the
does
Scion.
die.
That's a lot, though. They expended Shockwave. They got Scion ult out of there, and Thresh didn't really spend anything. He's going to be gray screen for a few seconds here, but
and additionally, we've kind of glossed over this, but this has been a bloody game for sure.
Yep.
But Talon's done a lot less dying.
Yeah.
And the only person that really has been is this Thresh. So, getting these successive picks don't accomplish anything. They don't get you any gold.
Especially not on the support.
Yeah, they don't get you any gold, and also
Yeah.
they don't take anyone off the map.
So
right?
if you look at the scoreboard on the bottom, there are shutdowns on every person except for Thresh.
Yes.
So that's not gold they're getting.
No.
Thresh doesn't really mind spending the game gray screen
No,
here.
he doesn't care. I mean, I'm a support player. It's just part of what you sign up for. This is a rabid bear. He's going to have to hold on for just a second. Looks like there might be other things to do on the map.
I will say, I think they could probably just force Baron here for Talon.
I think they could just force Nexus.
That's probably true too. 12-3 Diana, 6-1-7 on this Jhin, 7-1-6 on this Bear. Thresh is back alive and looking for a hook. Isn't quite going to find it on the Oriana. The
When
Bear
is
is
his
still
last?
bot. Bear?
All right, well,
here comes the bear.
Oh,
nope.
There
Bear's
goes
out.
the bear.
Yep. This bear, just, really fun to say bear a lot. I don't really know what we're supposed to talk about.
Okay, well, hold on. We're going to talk about your favorite thing.
Semantic satiation. Semantic satiation is when a word you either read or hear too much and it starts losing all meaning, which is what bear is currently doing right now for me.
It doesn't, yeah.
I also think that bear is having entirely too much meaning for NYUWU, as is this Diana, another clean pick onto the Caitlyn. They're going to siege this bot lane tier 2. They're going to siege this mid tier 3. They're going to kill the tankiest member of the team under tower just because they can.
The entirety of NYUWU is starting to experience semantic satiation with a gray screen in League of Legends. They don't know anything else.
Sion here is going to go down. Curtain call. Morgana's dead. Diana picking up both of those kills. This Diana does so much damage, and they aren't going to get anything back. Up on the top, Hextech ultimatum onto the Volley Bear. Camille's going to look to do something, but that's a triple kill for Diana, and that is going to be, I think, the curtain call, if you will, for the final push into the base. Diana wants more. Goes golden right outside of the fountain. Where does this end up?
That might be the shutdown to Sarah.
Wow,
oh my god, it is.
I don't think it's going to end up mattering a whole lot, but that Diana got a little greedy and didn't quite get that final kill. They're going to get this bot lane inhibitor, though.
A little too close to the sun there.
Yep. All right, so Orianna is going to try and defend. They do have a couple of members up. Looks like NYU Talon's going to back off for now. It'll be interesting. Hopefully they go for this Baron for their sake. They are just going to take away these bot side jungle camps and make sure close this game out cleanly. Volibear is going to have a red buff. Why not? And it is 33-15, a little over 14,000 gold lead. And also, I believe the Soul of Infernal variety, I don't know why I said it that way, is going to be coming up quite soon. And that, again, is just another piece of the puzzle that they don't really need. So, really hard here to imagine NYU really accomplishing a whole lot to come back in this game. Could look for some really like wombo combo-y team fights, get a pick on Jan, on maybe Diana, but with that Zanya's Hourglass now, it's really hard to get anything onto this Diana, and I think that NYU Talon just going to take a couple more objectives, and that will be that on this one.
So why don't, as a fun thought exercise, why don't we be nitpicky? Why don't we find something wrong with NYU Talon,
Okay.
I'll start.
All right.
They have camps up. They've had camps up a lot.
Open gold.
Yeah, that's my first one. Kids at home, if there are camps in your jungle in your solo queue game, don't ask your jungler. Just take them.
Your jungler won't know not to thank you.
Yeah, he'll think they got stolen.
Yeah. No, I mean, the reality is it's free gold sitting around the map. They should really definitely take that. Looks like they're going to force a fight mid here, though. Just a sliver of health left on this mid turret. Here comes the Nunu ball.
Well, as it turns out, camps in your jungle are free gold, but also so are all these shutdowns. They seem to be free gold as well. Caitlyn picks up the first one. Wild Terry going in way too deep. But this Volley Bear just refuses to die. Oh my god. The Jhin with the 1-2, the 3. Turning around for the 4, gets the 4th shot, gets hit by the Morgana Dark Binding, and somehow Wild Terry is still alive.
You know what?
Camps on the map, free sitting gold. Shutdowns on the map, free sitting gold. Your enemy's Nexus.
Plus 50. Finish that item.
50 free sitting gold.
NYU Talon will close this game out. Dominating performance for them, and they are going to pick up what I believe is their 3rd win on the season in 3 weeks. 3-0 for NYU Talon, and they look very good.
Non-stop pop-offs for the side of NYU Talon. Honestly, a clinic. That was sick.
That was really cool.
That was really
That was
good.
A lot of bear. Yeah. That was a bear clinic.
I mean, it is just... It's so hard to be a top laner behind literally at one point like 60 CS.
Yeah, like right? 60 CS. And I think what you were talking about too, he demonstrated he's a Camille one trick on that account at least. Well, he knows that matchup the other way too, and really proved that. Great job too from the Jhin. Obviously, that Diana ended up with like 20 kills. And she was all over the place, really wreaking havoc in the backline of NYUWU. And just overall, I mean, there was a few things you could say. They gave up 16 kills on the other half. A couple of maybe small things that they could have cleaned up, but really just a great performance from NYU Talon.
Player of the game goes to...
I think it has to go to Volley.
Yeah.
Diana had so many kills, but I do think it has to go to the Volley here.
Terry just kind of shredded everyone. I mean, it just... But part of what's going on is that certainly Diana had incredible the invade. Sure, that is the case. However, Camille just didn't get to do the Camille thing.
Yeah, and
you can be an assassin. You can be putting tons of pressure on the map, but if you have this robot leg lady just, constantly shoving in side lanes, it gets harder. And Mr. Bear said, no, none of this. Really quickly, I do want to say to Chiari, that jungle Scion actually impressed me.
Yeah, that was more than I was expecting from it.
Yeah, really, really, really good positioning. Honest. Knew when to be where, when to be where.
Yep.
Yeah, when to be where, when. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, good game. I enjoyed it. Excuse me, folks. I had a less emotional attachment to it than I did to the G2 game, so I was less upset. But anything else you want to mention?
Well, no, like you said, I mean, we talked about Camille needing to be a central part of the win condition on blue side, and when Camille doesn't get to play the game, can't be part of the win condition. So really good job there. Just clean from all of the solar laners. They were all very ahead. They all played their roles very well, understood what they could and couldn't do on the map. Just great job all around from NYU Talon. They looked really impressive. I don't know. It was just a great game all around. They played really well, and it was a fun one to cast.
Yeah, I would be very, very excited to get to watch them again.
Yeah, so really quickly, quick shout out again to Steve, our production guy. He's awesome. And also to Aislinn, who is our in-house production assistant. She helped us with all of our lighting and everything, make sure we look as pretty as we do.
Yeah, she made sure this half of my face is real
shiny. The shiny half, yeah.
I'm like Kane.
She's also not responsible for the hair, and she doesn't want to be. Anyway, really.
I don't want to be. Can I put that on someone?
Okay, I'll work on it.
Okay, so anyways, we're going to sign off.
Yep, we'll be back next time, 3 p.m. Eastern, week 4 next weekend, Saturday.
I have been Hotfish.
I'm Delta.
And our state is on fire, and we need to run for refugee safety.
Yep,
See you all next week.